Kane, you are still naked running around the ship. By the way, all of the people that were horrified by your underarm peni have reported you to the ship's guard so they know what to look for. Not like it's that hard to find, to be honest.
So what I need to do is I need to get a disguise. I'm gonna do like a look check. Okay, I'm looking for like people by themselves who are, people wouldn't notice when they were missing. Shit.
God, your rolls are trash. All right.
It always is when he plays.
The only person that you find that appears to be by themselves is a random woman who's sipping a martini by the railing.
I might need to take this lady out.
All right, what are you gonna do? You're a monk, so you can fucking use your fists.
Can I sneak up on her and choke her out?
You can roll a stealth roll, and to choke out will be a grapple check. The stealth roll is successful. That's an 18. It's a woman. So, Kane, you, as your buck-ass naked self, sneak up behind this woman as she's sipping a martini, and then you proceed to put your hands around her neck from behind and strangle her until she is unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna take her clothes, and then I'm gonna put them on.
Okay.
And is there any ledges off the boat?
She's literally leaning up against a railing, and on the other side of the railing is a drop to the ocean.
Okay, I'm just gonna push her in the ocean.
Strength check to just chuck her over the side, and it doesn't need to be very high. You do successfully change into her clothing before this. All right, you grab her under the arms, you plop her up on that railing, and then you flip her over. She falls down. She does hit the side of the boat a couple of times on the way down before she hits the water, and you also notice as she hits the side of the boat, it looks like almost electrical sparks kick up, which is kind of strange.
I will worry about that later.
You are in disguise, sort of.
Excellent. I'm gonna make my way into a populated area and try to blend in.
All right, so I'm gonna have you do a performance check on that to blend in with the crowd, but it's not that hard to find people. You can you're going towards the aft deck anyway, which has a whole other wide area for people to walk around in. So you can wade into a crowd there.
11.
All right, let's roll for the crowd. The crowd is not believing 1 second that you are a woman, and somebody immediately comes up to you. Excuse me, sir, why are you in women's clothing?
Who are you to judge?
I beg your pardon, sir, but this is a common dress event. We specify what you can wear.
Okay,
and
okay.
that is not appropriate.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. My clothes were thrown over by this one bitch. I don't have any new clothes. Do you have any clothes I can buy?
Oh, you poor sod. Hang on a second, hang on. He leaves for a minute and then comes back with a suit and pants. These are my spares. Please take good care of them. My room is 102. Please remember it and make sure you drop these off after the party tonight. You should be able to get some new clothes from one of the kiosks downstairs tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. You can change in my room if you like. It's right over there. He points to the room 102 with it looks like the door is ajar a little bit.
All right, I'm going to go in there.
All right, you go in there and you change. Okay, so now
Does
that
the
you're
door have
in,
a lock?
Yes, you can lock it from the inside if you would like.
All right, I'm going to lock the door, and then I'm going to look around and see if I can find anything valuable to steal.
Roll a perception check to see if you can find anything. So you notice that it appears there's a fair amount of gold jewelry in there. There's a necklace. There's also what appears to be a very ornate-looking hand watch. And you also notice a rather expensive-looking statue sitting on the table.
Statue? I'll take the watch. Daddy needs a Rolex.
All right, you put that watch on, so you're nice and snazzy. So you have.
All right, I'll leave now.
Okay, you leave. All right, so now that you're kind of disguised and you're mingling in with the crowd, Cham, we're going to go to you. So you're about to enter the bridge. You're at the door at this point. The door is not locked because there's supposed to be security around it anyway, and people go in and out all the time, so you can enter if you want.
Yep, I enter.
You see the captain who is standing at the wheel, and there's nobody else in the room. The captain doesn't pay any attention to you, and he's just standing there, just staring out the window.
I'm gonna walk up to the behind the captain, and I'm gonna pull out Bessie.
Okay, you walk up behind the captain, and you pull out your double-barrel shotgun.
Yep, right on his back, and I'm pulling the trigger. Both triggers. So that'll
be you do that.
6 d8s.
29 damage directly to the back. All right, so you pull the trigger, and the 2 shells immediately shoot into his back and cause an explosion of blood and guts out of the front side of him that sprays all over the window. the buckshot from the shotgun also goes through the window a little bit, breaking it, but not enough where it's something that people are going to notice. There's a deck below you with nobody on it, so it's not like it's going to fall on people. But he still doesn't move, and he still appears to be driving the ship.
Ah, fuck it. Reload.
34 damage to the back of the head. All right, same exact things happens, except because you're aiming a little higher, the buckshot goes into the ceiling instead of out the window. But his head explodes. His body is still driving the ship. Nothing has changed.
I'm gonna look at his hands, his arms. I'm gonna look at the body.
Roll perception. So as you look at the front of his body, you see on the base of his neck, right below what would have been his head before you blew it off, is a little magical rune that is glowing.
I'm going to destroy the rune.
So if you want to aim for the rune with your shotgun, just roll for damage again. So that's 31 damage. You shoot directly at the rune and destroy it. After it has been destroyed, the bloody corpse then proceeds to immediately collapse to the floor, and the wheel is now free spinning.
I want to roll a perception to see if I can find something I can just ram this vessel into.
Okay, roll perception. All right, 12. Okay, so you guys are out on the open sea. So there's not really much around you. There's a couple islands in the distance, but you don't know if that would actually destroy the ship. It might just beach it.
Well, I'm going to release the anchor.
Okay, you're going to release the anchor.
Yeah, I'm going to go walk downstairs.
So you release the anchor. Keep in mind, the ship has no idea that you released the anchor. So they're still going full steam ahead as this happens. As the anchor hits ground, it begins dragging. So the ship is slowing down, but it hasn't totally come to a stop yet. The anchor is being dragged on the sea floor. I'm going to leave that to you. Now we're going to go to Purity. So Purity, you went to go convince the crew to dress the ship up as a Kraken.
Yes.
The place where you're most likely going to find the crew is the ship's mess hall. So as you walk into the cafeteria, you see that the room is full of different sailors. Look like they're all eating their lunch. And you probably got about 30 or 40 people in the room.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but the captain has a wonderful idea for the everybody on deck on the ship, and he needs everybody to help with it. He wants.
Shut up! We're on lunch break.
Yeah, well, the captain said go fuck yourself. Lunch break's over.
You ain't the captain. Until I hear it from the captain, I ain't gonna believe shit that you gonna say.
Can I try to use persuasion?
You could try.
Oh, fuck you, game.
All right, I'm gonna roll for the sailors because most of them are simpletons. For the love of Christ. Okay, you barely did it. Okay. One of the sailors kind of looks over at the one who was being belligerent to you, and he whispers in his ear, I think that might be the new wench that the captain brought along. Probably not a good idea to piss her off. Oh, god damn it. Okay, lass, what do you want us to do?
The captain thought it would be a terrific idea to make the ship look like a kraken. He thought the guests would all find it fantastic.
Well, boys, looks like we're gonna have to go raid the parade floats on the 3rd level. Let's get going! Alright, so the entire room clears out, and the 40 men that were inside, except for the chef, they all go upstairs and begin dismantling what I guess they were going to have a little parade float thing on the inside, but there's a bunch of random sea creatures, including octopuses and squids and various things with tentacles, and a kraken. So they can take all the tentacles and stuff off of that and start dressing up the ship.
Perfect. I'll just guide them along what they should do.
You can be basically the interior decorator on this. So as they're doing that, we're going to go back to Kane. So Kane, you're mingling with people right now.
I don't know. I have a lot of ideas of what I can do, but I don't know if I should do
They're
any
all
of them.
gonna be terrible.
You know what you should be doing, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can make my way down to the engine room.
All right, that's where Arch is right now, so you can get down there pretty easily because he was.
All right, then we're gonna go there.
All right, so you go down to the engine room. Arch, so now Kane walks into the room as you're about ready to face off with this massive burly sailor.
Hello, Cockman. Would you care to help me beat this meat?
So Kane, you're going to participate in combat.
No, I'm gonna try and seduce him first.
The burly guy?
Yep.
I'm going to say that this is going to be a persuasion roll. Okay, you rolled high. Let's roll for him. I doubt he's going to outroll that. He did not. Okay. Kane, you push Arch out of the way. And you look at this big burly man who is not wearing a shirt, by the way. You then proceed to, you take off your sport coat, and then you slowly and sensually unbutton your shirt. As you remove your shirt, you lift your arms to two massively erect penises coming out of your armpits.
I'm gonna look at Arch and be like, I got this. Go on ahead.
I am here where I'm supposed to be. I do not want to watch. Can you take it elsewhere?
Now watch. I like it when you watch.
Oh, no, please.
Let the raptor watch too.
The raptor has killed the other sailor and is feasting on his innards. Yeah, so the big burly sailor is very much interested, and he picks you up by the waist and puts you under his arm and then carries you off into a side room.
Let's go.
We're going to roll Constitution for the sailor. He rolled a 2. He's a one-hit wonder. So basically all you get is some heavy petting, and then he falls asleep. So he's out. The only guy that's still alive down there is the guy that Arch cleaved in the shoulder with his great axe, and he's kind of incapacitated because he's screaming since his shoulder has been separated. So Arch, you can do whatever you want to at this point.
Excuse me, screamy person. Do you want to be not hurt?
Oh God, my shoulder! I'll never throw anything ever again.
I could take it off, or I could put it back together. Is there a thing you would like?
Please put it back together.
Oh, okay. I will put it back together. And he's gonna walk up and do lay on hands and just gonna push his shoulder back into position. Listen, I don't want to feed you to the raptor or the one who is apparently going to fuck you, so I would run. Or you can stay, and the boat is going to sink, so you may want to get to a life raft before the women and children.
As you say this, his eyes go wide, and he then proceeds to run screaming out of the room. There is nobody else left there except for the sleeping burly man in the other room.
I yell after him, "Don't tell anyone, or I will find you!"
All you hear is audible screaming.
Strange penis man, do you have a way to cut, like, steel of some kind?
I got something that's way harder than steel.
I do not believe you because I think you mean your penis. Would a hellhound be able to chew this chain off?
I will say because it can do fire damage, there is a chance it can melt it, so you can roll for the attack to see if it'll work.
Jack Daniels, no relation, kind of spins his axe in hand and then sets it on the ground, and it melds, like the shadow just pours out of it. And a pit bull, just a fucking snarling magma pit bull, comes out of the fucking axe and then comes over and starts gnawing on the blade and goes, "Yes, good puppy." There you go.
That's 6 fire damage. I'm going to say that he's going to have to gnaw on that for a little while to actually make his way through it. But after a little while, you see that he's making his way through the chain, and the tension from the chain is starting to stretch out that link a decent amount until eventually it finally snaps off. So the rudder then proceeds to basically go immediately to the other side because of the tension that's on it. So that has caused the ship to shift course drastically.
Yes, we are now in a spiral unless we hit something, in which case we are in a crash. You, dinosaur, lead me to your mother. I need to find out if she is making the Kraken fuck the boat.
Do they know that the anchor's down?
They don't know at this point, and it doesn't really matter at this point because the ship is literally just going in circles. It's just going in circles a little slowly. However, it is going to make it more obvious if there's anything underwater, considering that there's an anchor dragging along the seafloor. So I guess you can say that. That's definitely a good thing. So now that the ship is going in circles, Purity, we're going to go back to you because those sailors have taken everything off those parade floats and they're strapping them to the side of the ship. Now, the thing is that because it's such a big ship and because they can't really do too much, they lowered some of their guys down on ropes in order to put this stuff on the side of the ship. So as they're kind of putting the finishing touches on it, that's when the rudder thing happens. So there's a massive shift in the weight of the ship, and I'm going to roll 2 d20s to see how many of those sailors fall into the water. So half of the sailors, a little over half, 21 of the sailors fall into the water, and the other sailors then begin taking some of the life rafts down in order to get them back. However, the ship is not stopping, and they're also very concerned about why the ship is not stopping, because they're screaming at the captain's quarters for him to stop the ship, and he apparently is not. There's a lot of confusion going on deck right now, and also all the people that were on deck just kind of hanging out and doing their own thing. They all feel the jolt of this happening as well, and the ship begins listing to one side because of the turning motion.
Oh dear. Looks like their job worked well. Oh, there's my little raptor, honey. Did you
Yes.
do your job? Oh, you brought the others.
I rolled a d20 to see how sexually attractive to a kraken you made the ship, and apparently they did a relatively good job.
They all did so good. It's too bad they have to die.
Now that you have done that to the ship and everything on the outside is as it should be, Kane has also followed you up there as well. So Cham, as you reach the bottom of the staircase after, brutally murdering the captain, you see all of them on deck, and all four of you meet up again.
Before I meet up with them, do I bump into the running away guard?
The one who was running out of the room? You do for a brief second, but basically what happens is he just runs to the side of the ship and leaps off.
I want to look over. Is he just swimming?
Yeah, no, he's swimming away.
Yeah, the Kraken will get him.
I'm gonna look over to find a random person. I'm gonna beckon them closer to me.
Okay, there's plenty of people around, so there's just a random guest, so you...
Yeah, just a random person.
Okay, you do that, so... A man comes over. He's smoking a pipe. He asks if you would like a bit of his smoke.
I'm gonna take the smoke. I'm gonna take a big hit, and I'm gonna blow a hole in his chest.
All right, roll Constitution for the hit. You took it like a champ. I'm gonna count this as a sneak attack because I don't think he's expecting this. So, and you're gonna be at point blank range. So I'm not gonna make you roll for attack on this. I will make him roll to see if he understands what you're doing. He does not. Roll for damage. That's enough. You bring your double barrel shotgun up and you unload both of those shells directly in his chest. It kills him instantly. So he flops over on the ground. All the other people around you begin immediately freaking the fuck out and start running away from you at Mach speed so that they don't get shot.
So I'm gonna take the corpse that I just made. I'm gonna start blowing off pieces of him, and I'm gonna start throwing these chunks at the guy swimming away.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for attack every time you blow up a body.
No.
I'm just going to say
Okay.
you waste 4 shells to blow his limbs off.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
you're gonna-
hit him. I'm just throwing it around him.
Just roll once for strength to make sure you have the arm to get it out there. You have the arm to get it out there. Okay, so you throw the guy's limbs near the dude who is swimming away. I'm assuming this is an attempt to either attract the Kraken or sharks.
Sharks.
So I will roll a d20 to see if any sharks in the area notice all this. Okay, that's enough. There are a few sharks that do show up. So they're going to swim after him, and they're going to attack him. I'm going to roll 2 d20s for the sharks. 27. Yeah, okay, so he's eaten by sharks. You killed him. He did not get away.
I'm gonna like wipe my hands like, job well done, Clam. Job well done.
I'm gonna lean over the edge, watch what he's doing. Just, why are you like this?
If we allow survivors, it will fuck up the space-time continuum, and will fuck us up over with Tim.
Yeah, but there were survivors originally. Not many.
Fuck it.
Speaking of which, he should be
Well,
right on time.
Well,
Oh, Kraken! Fuck, Kraken and Sharks is gonna be fucking awesome!
we're going to roll to see if the Kraken responds. Basically, what's happening is that the sailors who were already in the water trying to save their friends, as you look down, you see that some of them start disappearing. They start getting pulled below the surface one at a time until you see a large tentacle come up and grab the rowboat that one of them is in and snap it in half. After a few minutes, the Kraken emerges from the water and looks up at the ship. I'm going to roll one more d20 for the Kraken. So the Kraken is going to climb up the side of the ship with its tail tentacles and just sort of latch on. It is a little bit smaller than the ship, but not by much. So it's basically just going to kind of get in position to start mounting.
I might fly up in the air and away from the ship for what's about to happen.
So the Kraken then begins to use its massive ram-like dick and punch holes in the ship.
Yes, witness the majesty.
Nature's such a beautiful thing.
Oh, God.
You go, Kraken, fuck the shit out of it.
All you can hear from the Kraken is just...
Does anybody speak water thing?
All right, so that Kraken punches 15 holes in the ship.
Ooh, he was ready.
It then proceeds to swim back into the water and start eating the people that are now jumping off the ship, as well as killing any of the other sailors that are around in boats.
Oh, of course. He built up an appetite.
I say, job well done, people. Job well done.
So the ship is rapidly taking on water now and sinking. So you can either use your green gems to return, or you can sit and watch the carnage until the ship sinks.
Oh, I gotta go return the guy's suit. I gotta go do that.
Yeah, you go ahead, Penis Man. Go ahead and have fun.
Alright, I'm gonna run over back to the guy's room.
I'm going back. Come on, sweetie.
So you and the raptor go back.
Yes, this, I was going to ask if anybody spoke Aqua, if he enjoyed the bussy of the boat.
I'm just gonna fucking dip. I catch you guys back at the fucking portable.
You go have fun, Redneck Man. I'm going to make sure the boat sinks all the way.
So Cham, you activate your necklace, and you go back to the portal nexus. Arch, you're gonna sit there and watch it sink for a little bit before you go back. So Kane, you managed to get back to the room where you had originally put on that gentleman's clothes. You then proceed to strip down naked once again and put the clothes back. You are now buck-ass naked.
All right, I'm gonna teleport
I
back now.
can't hear what I'm doing on the stream.
Okay. You, Kane, now that you've deposited the clothes and you're completely naked, you bring yourself back.
So, I want to stay until the very last minute of the boat, like reaching the very tip of the boat, right? Just sinking all the way in.
Yep.
And I'm going to say to myself, because no one else is around, do you know what's funny is this boat actually now has a full complement of crew because that Kraken filled it with seamen. Ah! And I teleport back.
So all of you are now teleported back to the Nexus. So one at a time, you guys come back through the portal. And after you've all gone your way through, Doth also notices that Kane is now wearing no clothes. So he looks out at it. Well, good job, boys. You sank that ship just like it was supposed to sink. Good work.
Oh, thank you. You are very kind.
No, I'm actually an asshole, but I need you right now.
I'm just gonna sip some moonshine.
If you want to know something funny, actually, all the semen that went into that boat somehow managed to procreate itself inside there. So you actually did spawn 3 new Krakens over time.
I don't think that's how things work, and I think you are fucking with us. But I will accept you at face value because you are a god.
Look, all I can say is that sometimes Kraken eggs are a delicacy. It's like escargot or caveats or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
That is not the thing that I am upset about, but I am not going
believe
to
what
ask.
you're trying to say is caviar.
There you go. And if you ever correct me again, I'll turn your asshole inside out.
Don't worry, you'll forget it anyways, and I'm gonna toss some some moonshine.
So Doth is going to drink a little bit of the moonshine. He's
I wanna do an action if possible.
What is the action?
I wanna try and projectile piss onto Cham with my armpit wieners.
Roll dexterity. You do not piss on Cham. You piss
Pee on the floor!
Yeah, you just pee on the floor, and Doth kind of looks at you. He's like, did you really need to do that? Hang on a second, I gotta fix this.
No, please,
Right.
I love these.
What is that for?
I'm gonna piss on him.
You are far more accurate, and you do urinate on him. So to end it off there, you guys are trying to pee on each other, and Doth is tired of Kane's armpit wieners. So instead, he taps his staff on the ground. Now that he has decided that Kane's armpit penises are disgusting, he makes them go away, and instead simply has one grow out of his forehead.
I'm a unicorn!
Oh God.
I'm gonna look at Purity's dinosaur, and then I'm
No.
just gonna get wrecked.
No. No, no, no.